Namaste, Jai Bharat. You must surely have heard of the name of Maharishi Aurobindo. Maharishi Aurobindo, who was Aurobindo Ghosh. I was immensely fortunate to have given his room in a university where he had been teaching for 15 years plus. That is the Baroda University. I didn't have the arrogance to sit in his room. I shifted to another room. That room was meant for the professor of that particular department at that time. Right from his time, it continued. So Shri Aurobindo is a great nationalist. His books are there on nationalism, etc., etc., etc. Nation soul kind of questions he discusses. But interestingly, why I speak of Shri Aurobindo is the opinion that the mother says. The mother talks about Pakistan, and very clearly, very correctly, the mother says, Pakistan is not a nation. How correct she is. How correct she is. Pakistan is not a nation. What do you mean by a nation? When you look at it, you will understand that why Pakistan is not a nation. First of all, they do not have a history of their own, as they want to claim. Their history is a left leg of Bharatiya history. Left, in both sense of the term. Left as abandoned also. As of now, we see three distinct entities that they call themselves as Pakistan. One is the Pashtunistan, Khyber Pashtun, called as Pashtunistan. Second is the Sindhudesh, and third Baluchistan. So Baluchistan, Pashtunistan, Sindhudesh, and the central nut is Punjab. They are Punjab. Punjab they have divided, and the positive Punjab is with Bharat, and the distorted, left out, unruly Punjab they have taken, because they have become unruly, unsystematic, and indisciplined. All those things they have taken, and not at all hardworking. Punjabis, for us, are the most hardworking people, one of the most hardworking people in Bharat. And Pakistani Punjabis are the least working people. They're so lethargic. They're a shame to the name of Punjabis. The concept of a Punjabi is different, but Pakistani Punjabis are really a shame to Punjabis proper. So it is Punjab, which is now Pakistan, which all Pakistanis are Punjabis and all non-Punjabis are non-Pakistanis. That is the situation in Pakistan. Baluchis are separate, the Pashtuns are separate, and the Sindhis are separate, in spite of the fact that these people were converted to Islam. In case of Sindh, it is in 712 AD. CE Chaliko, 712 AD, that Arab invader, the young Arab invader with this zealous attack, that's the invasion of Sindh by Muhammad bin Qasim, who had converted the entire Sindh, in the Islam through the sword, might of sword, and all those Sindhis could escape. Sindh had gone to Punjab, other places, and when the partition took place in 1947, Punjab is partitioned. Those Hindus, the Hindus came to Bharat. So all the Hindus in Sindh who could escape the wrath of Qasim's sword-based conversion, forceful conversion into Islam, and Qasim thinks that he is doing a great job for Allah, so that his seat in Jannat is assured with 72 woods and wine flowing river and such kind of narratives So the Hindus who could escape, flee Sindh, who had been closer to Punjab, fled. Gujarat they reached. They fled and reached here. That happened in 1947 also. Initially the Sindhis ran to Punjab, and all the Hindus, those who could run to Punjab, they remained Hindus for quite some time till 1947 partition. Then of course the Hindus again had to run. They ran naturally to Bharat. And that Sindhis, the Sindhis who are in today's Sindh are Muslims. The Punjabis in today's Punjab are Muslims, but they are not Punjabis, they are the West people. And the Baluchis, they are all Muslims. Pashtunistan, Muslims, but they don't want to be in Pakistan. They are not integrated to Pakistan. Incidentally, my daughter-in-law is a Sindhi. They had fled Pakistan initially. They had fled Sindh initially, which she but might not remember. But this, her grandparents, I know them. They came from Lahore in 47. So that's the situation of Sindhis. Now those Sindhis who are in Sindhudesh, who are inspired of being Muslims, don't want to be with Punjabi Muslims. Baluchis don't want to be with Punjabi Muslims. This Pashtunistan, Pathans, don't want to be with Punjabi Muslims. Tell me, when was Pakistan a nation? Pakistan was never a nation. I thought it's only my expression in initial days, long before. Then I look at the mother, Shri Aurobindo Ashram. She very clearly says Pakistan is not a nation. Look at the vision. She is not originally from Bharat. She is from a different nation. They are not a nation. And whatever shows you make in Pakistan, narratives you make in Pakistan, doesn't make any impact in the world. Doesn't make any difference to us. You're not a nation. Forget about everything. And you can't exist with others. You can't exist among yourselves. You can't coexist among yourselves. The Junagadh man, Jinnah, knew this. So he did not want Pakistan a reality. He did not support for Pakistan for quite some time until the Lahore Declaration. That also, the Lahore Declaration, Jinnah walks in quite reluctantly to support two-nation theory in the Lahore Declaration. That too, in the morning session he remained absent. In the afternoon he came and made an announcement for two-nation call and left the meeting. Read your history books. Your history books. Read it. And there's a man called as who used to write under the assumed name A. Punjabi, because he was a government servant, so he was scared that if he writes in his own name, there will be restrictions from government part, because that time some British were not in support of Muslims and their kind of separatist activities. And this man, he used to write under an assumed name A. Punjabi, but his original name is Kifayat Ali Khan. And this Kifayat Ali wrote a book named it as Pakistan. Under Gujarat, Nawab of Mandot promised to spend money to publish it. But Nawab of Mandot did one thing. Jinnah is a Gujarati also. Nawab of Mandot is also a Gujarat, from Gujarat. So he sends a manuscript copy to Muhammad Ali Jinnah and requested his approval or comments or something like that. Maybe that he must ask Jinnah to write a preface to that. I don't know that. That is not in the history part. He sent it to Muhammad Ali Jinnah asking his opinion about this book, Pakistan, written by A. Punjabi. That is Kifayat Ali Khan. And you know, Nawab of Mandot gets a telegram, express telegram from Jinnah, publish that book under any name other than Pakistan. Do not use that name Pakistan. To that extent, Jinnah did not like the name of Pakistan. In any case, that expression was coined by the Punjabi Rahmat Ali from Hoshiarpur. That's a different story. A Punjabi Rahmat Ali from Hoshiarpur, he studied and then with the help of a Zamindar whose accounts he had been looking after, went to UK, that's London, and completed his law and remained there. When Pakistan became independent, separated from Bharat, with all hope and enthusiasm, he came back to Pakistan and Jinnah threw him out. He went back to London and died there. That's the story of Rahmat Ali. Chaudhry Rahmat Ali, that's what people call him. They. So, is not a nation. Pakistan is not a nation. It was not a nation in the past, and it shall not be a nation in the future. Now, of course, they want to say that they are a nation, but they are not a nation. This is the story of Pakistan. It is, if you read that history book written by K.K. Aziz, I think the name of the book is Idea of Pakistan. K.K. Aziz had to run away from Pakistan, and he lived and died in London afterwards. No other way, he could have not come back. Because at some point, K.K. Aziz was an ardent supporter of Pakistan. He was an ardent supporter of two-nation theory. But he had this problem of being objectively saying things as a matter of fact at many places, not entirely. He always had a Pakistani soft corner in his mind. As a historian, the historiography suggests that we should be neutral. That doesn't work out oftentimes. And it did not work out in case of K.K. Aziz also. But his writing is more or less fair, not that unbiased, biased though, but somewhere you can read the bias in his mind to decode it to objectivity. That much of facility is provided in this book. There, if you read that book, you will know that Pakistan is not a nation. Can't be a nation. So, from Aurobindo Ashram Pondicherry, the mother, what she said is more than absolutely correct. We shall meet again. Namaste. Jai Bharat, Jai Sri Ram.